I was watching and in Joshua versus Usyk 2 conference the other day, and yeah, I want to say it struck me as kind of funny that Eddie Hearn, he had so much faith in Joshua, and because of he now has a new trainer, Robert Garcia, and they both were talking about him that you know, supposedly he will be more aggressive this time, but I mean, I think they just showed think him to be a better fighter than he is really. You I mean, he's still rather a good fighter, all that. Still a top heavyweight, but that's now. I think in the 90s he wouldn't have been so much because he lacks certain things. Well, first of all, he lacks heart, I would say. Yeah. Second, his defense. He lacks really good defense. Defense. And, well, there are some other things. But I think the biggest problem for him has been his ego. Before the first Usyk fight, when you saw him, go in the ring, and before that, he was very like looking like, yeah, this is just gonna be easy, just gonna knock out Usyk like, as if he was some bum. And of course, what went on that night went exactly the opposite as from what he and his fans were expecting, of course. Because the Andy Ruiz Jr. fight, if anything, it said to us about him is that he cannot cope with adversity. He cannot overcome adversity like real obstacles. And we saw that in the rematch when he did beat him. How did he beat him? He beat him by running around and boxing. Just he wouldn't even try to knock him out. Even though Ruiz was such a poor shape, even worse than the first fight. He lacks balls simply, and I really hate his ego. His ego is such a big part of why he has now been beaten twice. Also, yeah. I mean, he obviously when he beat Vladimir Klitschko, he was like really, really relishing on it or in it, whatever. As if the guy was some 29-year-old, prime fighter like. And he also got his ass kicked in that fight. First, he was even down once and all that. But he was like really, yeah, beat Klitschko, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a big deal of his, What he's such an egomaniac, I would say. He's in love with himself, I would say, too much. But what happened when he ran into someone like Andy Ruiz? Yeah, I mean, everybody was even, calling him out because of that, because of fighting a guy like that. Because all they could see was, in comparison to him, a short, fat, you know, out of shape guy with even with white skin, a Mexican but with white skin. So that's how these people think. He's it makes him even weaker that he has maybe I don't know how they really think, but they saw guy who is too small to be a heavyweight when it comes to stature. That's all they could see. And that's why, because average, no offense, average boxing fan cannot see further, than that, obviously. And the public, of course. And that's why also in this fight, so many were picking George Joshua to beat Usyk the first fight. Yeah. And in reality, he did nothing. He was so poor in the fight. He barely landed, like, I don't know, 5 punches or something. He maybe landed throughout the whole fight, like 5 real punches, right? That's just embarrassing. And people say, well, he should have gone all out. He should have. No, he didn't, because you know why? Because of what I said. He's got no balls. When he saw that Usyk has a style that didn't suit him, and then he was more aggressive than he had expected him to be. He just folded, right? He just folded. Joshua folded. People think, oh yeah, now he's gonna go out, he's gonna knock out Usyk, and it's like, come on, not gonna happen. You'll see, you'll see. If it happens, then yeah, I'm gonna eat my words. I'm gonna give him the credit, but no way. I just don't see that happening because he just doesn't have what it takes to be a guy like Usyk. I mean, I'm not sure anybody does now at heavyweight, really. I mean, I don't know, maybe Tyson Fury, if he returns, he probably will, but I mean, even he is not dead on favorite to beat Usyk. I don't even know why. Oh yeah, people say, oh, Usyk is too small and blah blah blah. No, he's just the right size. The real truth is that these giants are so badly coordinated. They don't have good enough balance or speed or anything. And even Joshua was rather athletic for his size always, but he still is a big man, huge man, and these men are slow, right? All right, they are slow, and that's why he could not avoid all those punches from Ruiz. All right, that's the reason why. Right? Yeah, that's what I think. He got caught on the temple, but still, he wasn't, gone. It's not like Ruiz is Mike Tyson or somebody. He can hit, but he's not like a really huge puncher. It's more like the hand speed that does it, the speed and also the punches, all the punches. He throws a lot of punches and very fast, and that's what brings his opponents out of balance. Usually, yeah. But yeah, I mean, Usyk has the chin to take even I would say pretty much the hardest shots from Joshua probably, and I don't think he will have to take many either because I don't see Joshua able to land that many big punches, on Usyk. But we will see, of course. But yeah, what I see is just another dominant performance by Usyk. Maybe slightly less easy than it was the first time because now, obviously, Joshua will be trying to put on a better performance, to just, for for the sake of his name as a fighter, for the sake of his ego. Yeah, and all the talk that he made at that press conference, that was just, know, movie stuff. It's not gonna really matter in the ring. It was just being melodramatic. And Usyk was just, yeah, whatever. When we meet again, I'm gonna kick your ass once more. And Eddie Hearn, I think even Eddie probably knows it, but he doesn't really care now at this point. He has seen what Joshua is, but he brings him money. So as long as he brings him money, he's satisfied, of course. All right, so that would be all for me. Bye bye.